Have you ever looked up at the night sky and felt a profound sense of wonder? Or maybe you've heard a strange sound in the dead of night that you simply couldn't identify. Our world, for all its familiarity, is just brimming with events that defy our understanding. These are the moments that puzzle even the most brilliant scientific minds. They remind us that the map of human knowledge still contains vast, unexplored territories. Why is it that some occurrences remain so stubbornly mysterious, resisting every attempt at a clear and simple explanation? It's a question that really speaks to our deepest instincts as curious beings, always peering into the shadows just beyond the reach of our current comprehension. These enigmas aren't confined to dusty old books or ancient legends. They're happening now, all around us. The journey begins. In a quiet, secluded valley in central Norway, something quite extraordinary occurs. The Hessdalen Valley is home to a phenomenon that has baffled scientists for decades: the Hessdalen lights. These aren't the gentle, shimmering curtains of the aurora borealis. Instead, they're bright, unidentified lights that appear in the sky with no warning. Sometimes they're brilliant white, or yellow orbs, just hanging silently in the air for minutes at a time. On other occasions, they dart across the valley at incredible speeds, flashing in vibrant reds, flashing in vibrant blues. Villagers have witnessed these strange celestial dancers for generations, their stories passed down as local folklore. The sheer unpredictability of the lights is what makes them so profoundly mysterious. They can appear high in the sky or low to the ground, sometimes hovering just above treetops or frozen lakes. Their behavior is erratic. A light might pulse slowly like a beating heart before suddenly accelerating and vanishing in an instant. Imagine hearing a sound that no one else can. This is the strange reality for a small percentage of residents in Taos, New Mexico. Since the early 1990s, people report a persistent low-frequency hum. It's often described as a distant diesel engine idling, a faint thrumming that seems to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. It's called the Taos hum. Only about 2% perceive it. It makes life isolating and maddening for those affected. An invisible intrusion. Scientists call it elusive. Teams launched investigations from UNM, Los Alamos, and other institutions. They brought sensitive sound detection gear, searched for seismic vibrations and electromagnetic emissions. Still, no single external source was isolated. The hum can't be reliably measured or recorded. Explanations focus on the human body. One theory, tinnitus, ringing or buzzing in the ears. But that doesn't explain geographic clusters like Taos, or why it vanishes when people leave the area. Another theory, otoacoustic emissions or hearing sensitivity. Hearers remain unconvinced and insist it's real and external. In the summer of 1997, a network of underwater microphones originally placed by the US Navy to detect enemy submarines picked up something extraordinary. Scientists watched a waveform unlike anything they had heard before. From the crushing depths of the southern Pacific Ocean, a sound echoed across more than 5,000 kilometers. It was an ultra-low frequency, high-amplitude noise that rose in frequency over about a minute. It was loud enough to be heard by multiple sensors. Scientists at NOAA nicknamed it the Bloop. The sound was unlike anything they had ever heard before. Its sheer power was baffling. The profile didn't match submarines, explosions, or any known animal. Even the blue whale couldn't produce such volume. Scientists calculated a source would have to be colossal, dwarfing known creatures. For years, the captivating theory was a massive, undiscovered marine animal, the stuff of myth and cryptozoology. In 2005, NOAA proposed a different explanation. The sound matched massive ice quakes and glacier calving. A giant iceberg cracking or scraping the seabed can make enormous low-frequency noise. There are few mysteries as unsettling as spontaneous human combustion, or SHC. The phenomenon describes cases where a human body allegedly catches fire and is consumed, seemingly without any apparent external source of ignition. Responders arrive to find a pile of ashes where a person once was. Bizarrely, the fire is often highly localized, incinerating the victim while leaving nearby objects untouched. The case of Mary Reeser in 1951 is one of the most famous examples. Her apartment filled with smoke, a single pile of ashes remained. A single slipper remained and her skull was reported oddly shrunken, yet the rest of the room was nearly intact. The most accepted scientific explanation is the wick effect. This theory suggests an incapacitated person accidentally ignites clothing. Body fat acts like wax and clothing like a wick. A slow, smoldering fire can consume a body over hours while leaving much of the room unburned. This explains the contained destruction, but it does not satisfy all critics. Critics point to speed of some cases and the reported lack of smoke or smell. Some propose methane ignition or unknown subatomic phenomena, theories that remain speculative. In the archives of Yale University's Voynich Library lies one of history's greatest literary puzzles, the Voynich Manuscript. It is a book of about 240 pages filled with elegant handwritten script and elaborate illustrations. Carbon dated to the early 15th century, its origins are unknown. The text is written in a completely unique alphabet. World-class cryptographers and codebreakers have been utterly defeated by its secrets. Its illustrations, unknown plants, zodiac symbols, bathing figures connected by pipes, are as baffling as the text. Researchers using statistical analysis find linguistic patterns that suggest it's not random gibberish. Theories range from an undiscovered natural language to an enciphered known tongue or an invented philosophical language. Others propose a masterful hoax created to fool a wealthy patron. Despite many claims, no one has reliably translated a single word. The manuscript remains a silent testament to a secret kept for 600 years. On the high desert plains of West Texas near the small town of Marfa, a strange and beautiful light show unfolds on clear nights. For over a century, ranchers, locals and tourists have reported mysterious glowing orbs on the horizon, the Marfa lights. They can be white, yellow, red or blue spheres that hover, dart, split into two or merge back into one. They flicker and dance in the distance, following no discernible pattern. The first documented sighting dates back to 1883 when Robert Reed Ellison saw flickering lights and assumed Apache campfires, but found no trace. An official platform was established where visitors gather nightly hoping to glimpse the phenomenon. The light's persistence over 140 years combined with unpredictable behavior cements them as a beloved local mystery. Most scientists point to atmospheric mirages and temperature inversion bending distant car headlights, a theory supported by a UT Dallas study tracing many lights to vehicle headlights. However, locals dispute this and point to sightings predating cars. Alternatives include swamp gas, piezoelectric effects, or folklore explanations, spirits of conquistadors or warriors. The debate continues, the lights remain entrancing and unresolved. Imagine a thunderstorm is raging outside. Dark clouds and rain lash a window. Suddenly a glowing sphere of light drifts through your window. Size reports range from a grapefruit to a basketball. It hovers in midair, buzzes, crackles, then vanishes silently, or explodes with a loud bang. Eyewitness accounts stretch back centuries. Its rarity made some scientists skeptical. In 2012, researchers in China accidentally captured a spectrum of a 5-foot-wide ball after a lightning strike. It lasted just over a second. The spectrum showed silicon, iron, and calcium, leading to a leading theory that lightning vaporizes silica in soil. That creates a cloud of silicon nanoparticles which oxidize, releasing energy as a glowing orb. But that doesn't explain reports of orbs passing through walls or appearing inside aircraft. Other theories include plasma contained by magnetic fields or trapped microwave energy. The mystery remains. Ball lightning is an ephemeral, ghostly puzzle. So why do these stories, phantom lights, untraceable sounds, impossible events, hold such a powerful grip on our collective imagination? They speak to a fundamental human truth. The world is more complex and wondrous than we perceive. These phenomena are the cracks in the smooth veneer of our scientific understanding, whispers from the edge of knowledge. They remind us there are great discoveries yet to be made. They spark the same awe that drove our ancestors to map the stars and explore. They challenge us to think critically, to weigh evidence and consider possibilities outside our normal frameworks. The scientist and the storyteller are both attempting to make sense of the world. The debate is not a battle but a conversation. Each proposed explanation enriches our understanding, showing what it might be and what it means to us. Ultimately, we choose whether to solve every mystery or to also preserve our capacity for awe. Perhaps the answer is both. Stand before the lights or ponder the manuscript and feel the thrill of a world still full of magnificent, unbelievable secrets.